C1 Coordinate Geometry Exam Question, January 2008. In this question, we've given 2 points A and B which lie on the line L. And for the first bit of the question, we need to find an equation for L in the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So to find an equation for L, we need to use this formula up here. So for this formula, we need x1, y1, and m. So your x1 and your y1 are your coordinates for your point. So we've got 2 points here, so we can pick either one of those. So I'll pick the first one. This will be my x1 minus 6, and my y1 will be 4. I also need m, which is the gradient. So I've got these 2 points, and I need to work out my gradient. So the gradient is the change in y over the change in x, or we can use this formula here. So we've got y2 minus y1. So I've got minus 3 minus 4 over x2 minus x1. So I've got 8 minus 6. So minus 3 minus 4, I get minus 7. 2 minuses will give me a plus, so I've got 8 plus 6, which is 14. And I can simplify this to minus a half. So this is my m, that's the gradient. So now I can substitute this m, the x1 and y1 into this formula at the top to get my equation. So I've got y minus y1, which is 4. So y minus 4 is equal to m, which is minus a half, multiplied by x minus x1, which is minus 6. So to get rid of this 2 at the bottom, I can multiply both sides by 2. So I get 2y minus 8 is equal to minus, and then I've got 2 minuses, which will give me a plus, plus 6. So now I can expand this out to get minus x, and then minus and a plus will give me minus, so minus 6. So we want it in the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, so I want to get everything onto one side and leave 0 onto the other side. So I'm going to take this minus 6 and the minus x onto the other side. So if I do that, I get x, and then I've got plus 2y, and then I've got minus 8, and then I'm going to take the minus 6 to the other side, so I'm going to add 6 on both sides. So I've got minus 8, add 6, which is minus 2, and then I'm just left with 0 on the other side. So this is the equation for L. So I've got it in the form that the question requires. So I've got ax plus by plus c. I've got x plus 2y minus 2. So my a is 1, my b is 2, and my c is minus 2. For part B, we need to work out the distance AB, and we need to leave our answer in the form k root 5, where k is an integer. So to work out the distance AB, we're going to work out the length. So point A is minus 6, 4, and point B is 8 minus 3. So to work out the length of AB, we're going to use this formula here. So I'm going to label this my x1, and 4 to be my y1, and then my 8 to be x2, and then minus 3 to be y2. So now if I use this, I'm going to have the square root of x2 minus x1, then all squared. So I've got x2, which is 8, minus x1, which is minus 6, all squared, plus y2 minus y1, all squared. So I've got y2, which is minus 3, minus y1, which is 4, and then all squared. So I've got 8 minus minus 6. 2 minuses give me a plus. So I've got 8 plus 6, which is 14. So I've got 14 squared, plus minus 3 minus 4, which is minus 7. And then I've got minus 7 squared. So 14 squared will give me 196, plus minus 7 squared, which will give me 49. If I add those together, I will get 245. And then if I look back to the question, it says leave your answer in the form k root 5. So I need to simplify this third. So I need to split it up into two factors. Okay, where one of them is a square number. So if I look at this, I know that one of my factors is going to be 5. And then I need to see what multiplies with 5 to give 245, which is 49. And then square root of 49 is 7. So my answer is 7 root 5. So k is equal to 7. Another method that I could use, instead of using this formula, I could do a sketch. So if I plot my points on, I've got minus 6, 4, which will be about here. And then I've got 8 minus 3, which will be about there. And then if I join those two up, I can then use Pythagoras' theorem to work out the length of AB. So at the bottom here, this length's 14, and over here, this length's 7. So to work out the length of AB, I can do 7 squared plus 14 squared, and then square rooted, which will give me the same answer of 7 root 5.